What's happening, traders? Uh, Today I shorted the stock nndm. Um, this morning I was looking at see what's popping. I didn't see anything popping, and then I seen this one. I seen this one gap up, but then I seen it start ripping. There's really no history with the stock, so it was more of a entry play, I guess. But what caught my attention is the pattern right away in the morning. And I actually sent out an alert in our chat room to what I was seeing. So I will show that in the video. I'll show my P&L. I'll show everything. So let's get into the trade. So this morning, this is what I was seeing right here. I seen this 340. We were breaking down below, and I figured if it got over 340, it was probably going to rip. As soon as it got to 340, it rips to the high side and then gets almost up to 430. And then we had a pullback. So we start coming over, and this is what I'm seeing. Right? Let's look at ETON. At not today, but yesterday. So this is yesterday. So this is what I seen yesterday. A gap up, a push up strong, and then a really big pullback. So the only thing we didn't get today was that really big pullback. So it made me kind of hesitant on shorting it at first, but then once I started seeing this pattern developing, I'm like, all right, it's almost identical, but it's not because it doesn't show the weakness like this one showed right away. But let me get back to the other pattern here. Oops, sorry. So right here. So it didn't have that big pullback. So pulled up, made a big bull flag, and then I see we start topping out. We can't really break that 440. So I got short right here at 420. So the thing I was looking the biggest is look at this 390. So we went from 336 to a high of 427. Our first major pullback is a high of 417, a low of 391. So right there, that tells me that is major support. So I shorted right here at 417. And then I covered my position at 407 because I figured 390, that's the first major pullback, and 390 is going to be the biggest support on the stock. If it's going to bounce, it's going to bounce at the 390s. So look how this reacts. First, we break through 390. We only get to 380, and we pop right back up over 390. So that was a false breakdown. So right there, that is bullish. If we break below 390 and we pop right back above it and we start pushing higher, that confirms that 390 is major support. So, day goes on. We push for higher highs, right? So before I get into this, I want to show you something. So I sent this out. I sent this alert out at 7:14 a.m. today, saying nndm, if 390s cracks, it's the same pattern as ETON. That means it's going to get crushed. And then I said 390 has to hold as resistance. And that was at 7:35 a.m. 7:35. So the market's not even open yet. We haven't even seen what the stock's going to do at the open. But 7:14, 7:35. That's real-time alerts. Real time. You can't make that shit up. Sorry about my language. So 7:14, so it'd be 8:14 right here. I sent the alert out saying if 390s cracks and holds below it, that's major support. And if that can't hold the support, the stock's gonna get crushed. All right. So we get the open. Looks like we pushed to about high 480. Second candle. We barely break it. And then we come back right down. Looks like to about 432. So then we retest this 480s. And it can't break it. The stock gets crushed. Right? So this 390 is still holding as pretty good support. Day goes on. Look where this stock bounces. 390 to AT. Major support. And I called that out at 7:14 a.m. I said if 390s cracks, the stock it's done. But you have to have a good entry to short this. You can't just short it at 390 because 390 is major support. If you're going to short the stock, you have to have a good entry on it, you know. And so right here bounces right after 390, comes up to a high of 430. Right? Comes back down to damn near $4. We're making higher support than this 390. Stock rips back up to 480. I tried to get an order to get filled at 470, which I'm not showing it on my P&L, but it is what it is. So I couldn't get that short, and I missed this right here. This is total weakness in the stock. So let's move on. So all right, here's my major point right here. Pulls back, right? Comes back over to this 380, which was same as right here. Right away, breaks above it. We get to a high of 418, pulls back. 390. Right back up, pushes back up, high of 415. Right back down, 390 still holding that support. So right here gets to a high of 420. So this is another, right here, this is another pattern I noticed. It's very bearish. But you have to have a good entry. So right here is where it got me. Got to a high of 424. 424. Right? I had an order set at 425 with 250 shares to short this stock. And I missed the fill by 1 cent. 1 cent I missed my fill. So right after that, the stock gets crushed, comes back to the 390, right? Still holding. This is still holding as support. Now watch. 390s holds right here. 390s cracks, right? Cracks, comes up, retests 390. It's the first time we went under 390. We came up to 390. We could not break above this 390. And I said this at 7:14 a.m. If 390s cracks, the stock's going to get crushed because there's no more support. There's no support under this 390. There's no support. So the stock gets crushed. And yeah, I missed this entry by 1 cent. And then when 390s cracks, I could not chase it. I cannot buy at 390 because it can retest. And if I short it at 390, you're shorting that support, and I can't do it. So I missed that entry. But the thing of it is, this video is I had a real-time alert set at 390. So if you'd have got short in any of these three pops up here, you could let it retest this 390, and you're in the driver's seat at this point. You know? Or if you could have got short right here at this 424, that's a good entry. You know, your risk is 430. You know, 430 breaks where it's going to go. It's going back up to the 480s. So you're literally risking 5 cents to see how the stock's going to react at the 390 level. So that is a good risk to reward. But yeah, I wanted to go over this video because it was a green day. I had one trade, and I didn't FOMO into this 390. You know, I didn't want to. I'm not going to short at support. Have I done it before? Yes, I have. But if I'm going to short, I'm going to be shorting at the highs. Right here, I'm shorting. I'm shorting at the highs of the stock. You know, I'm not shorting at support. Um, but let me show you my P&L here. Let me find it. Let's see. So I made 50 whopping dollars. But you can see right here, this is my point that I wanted to make. Let me pull this down. Well, actually, you can see right here, 10-11. I had a short. I had a short at 10-11 and 10-16. And then obviously it got canceled by the end of the day because I never got that high. But I had my orders set and I could not get filled. I missed this by 1 cent. But I wasn't going to chase it. But that's one thing I don't like about these when you set a limit order, like for me, when I set a limit order, I'm working a full-time job. So if that limit order does not get filled, I'm not going to get filled. So when I'm shorting this, I'm shorting as this is coming up. I'm already okay. This is my entry, and this is where I wanted to get short, and I missed it by 1 cent. It sucks, but I thought this was a really good video to put out. That 390s, that real-time alert, man, that shit's huge. So all in all, I thought this was a good trade. But you know, can't make big bucks every single day. But I'm shorting at the highs, and I know exactly where to short this. So I guess all in all, if you're in our pro stock chat, you would have seen that real-time alert. And you could have said, okay, I'll start shorting at the 420s, or I'll short at 460s, the 470s, risking off the high of day. And you know 390s is major support. So if it can't break 480, where's it going to go? If it can't break this, where's it going to go? It's coming back to support. Support, where's that at? It's at 390. So, yeah. Tomorrow's a new day, and I'm sure there'll be a stock popping up. And I guess until next time, traders, peace out.